What's up, foodies? Welcome back to another episode of All the Foods. Today, we're doing another video featuring butter... Well, not another video featuring butter pie. We haven't made one before, but it's another video in the series featuring butter pie. It is a pie made up of potato and onion. I have a good feeling about this one. I doubt that we can mess this up. Let's go, nerds.
Hello. Well, as Simon says, today we're going to make a Lancashire delicacy, which probably confuses people outside the area, known as butter pie.
Sorry, I'm trying fixing the camera. Just keep going.
Okay.
This happens all the time.
Yeah, we'll glitch, we'll edit out. Pie is tied to the religious history and geography of Lancashire because during the 17th century Lancashire was one of the last bastions of Catholicism in England. Resistance to Henry VIII and his successors' religious reform was at its highest, and then was reinforced later on by waves of Catholic immigrants from Ireland. And at the time, the Catholic Church had a strict rule about not eating meat on a Friday. And so butter pie was developed as a meal that didn't include any meat. So it is basically a vegetarian dish, and you can still get it at quite a few chip shops in this area, though not all. The one closest to us doesn't do it. It's also apparently very popular at Preston North End Football Club. Apparently in the mid-noughties they discontinued serving it, and there were widespread protests to get it back. So anyway, we'll move on to the kitchen. Okay, I'll now take you through the ingredients. First of all, we're not going to be making our own pastry. We brought some ready rolled stuff. The top is going to be puff pastry, and the bottom is going to be short crust pastry. The puff one I've already rolled out to get an idea of the size of dish we'd need, but it comes in rolled up like that, and you just have to unroll it. And I have also bought some ceramic pie weights, which will help us to weigh down and cook the base, and some baking paper, although there is some actually comes with the pastry, so probably didn't need to buy that. Anyway, the ingredients are fairly simple. 5 large potatoes, thinly sliced, 2 large onions sliced, 100 grams of butter, an egg, and some salt to boil, and a bit of cooking oil to line the dish.
And the pastry.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've already covered the pastry.
Yeah, well,
okay.
yeah, but it was the ingredients that I just thought it was important.
Right, cool. The first thing is to put a bit of salt in a pan that you're going to use for boiling the potatoes, and then you tip the potatoes in there. I'm wondering if this is actually large enough. Oh.
Don't forget, we're not infallible here on the Mike MCSG YouTube channel.
Okay, well, yeah, that looks just about right.
Okay.
And what we need to do is to parboil them, which means boil them to an extent, but not entirely, for about 5 minutes. Okay, cut.
Okay.
Okay, we've now parboiled the potatoes for the required 5 minutes. So I'm now going to take them off the boil and drain them.
Please be careful.
Absolutely.
Just a reminder to everybody watching at home, do not mess with boiling water, because that can ruin your life in a second.
That is very good advice, Simon. And then it says rinse them with cold water because you don't want them to cook anymore now. They're sort of half softened. So you're just keeping them to the side for the time being.
I love that sort of noise. It's always been sort of funny to me.
So,
are we going to turn that?
Yeah.
Start.
Okay, now the next stage is to gently fry the onions in the butter.
Yeah, putting Shrek in the pan. Only legends will get that joke. Yeah, it's a movie reference.
Yep, I get it.
Actually, because in the film they say that ogres have layers like an onion. Go.
Now, I don't think we've got a big enough frying pan for the amount that we're making, so what I'm going to have to do is divide up the onions into a separate pan before we put the spuds in.
I was into my shoulder, I didn't just cough all over the place. This is a clean kitchen.
Okay, so this was where I would probably be better off if I was an octopus, because I don't have an extra arm to stir, but we will do our best. Hello. Well, we had a slight, we jumped a bit, but the reason was I fell ill while we were cooking it, and my wife had to jump in and save the day.
He's also ill, by the way.
Basically, all we still needed to do after that was line the pie dish with the pre-bought pastry, put the potato and onions in, and glaze the top of the puff pastry with the egg. So that's what you missed. But now it's time for the taste test.
By the way, all three members of this family aren't feeling particularly great, so do spare us any mean comments, please.
Yeah, that is quite edible. Yes. Now is your turn, Simon.
Yep. Just to warn viewers, this isn't the kind of thing I normally eat, so just because my dad likes it doesn't mean I don't have any cutlery. Just because Dad likes it doesn't mean that I'd like it. Just a warning. You can still see me on screen, I think. Oh. Actually, that's not the sort of thing I'd normally eat. That's actually not bad.
Our next video will be a recipe of Simon's own, but him being a Lancastrian, we're still counting it as regional food. Is that not so, Simon?
It is so.
So, yeah, I'm sorry this video is a bit of an odd one, but these things happen. And, yeah, see you next time.
Cheers. That goes like that.